We're getting there. We're learning something at the very least. Now, what's so scary about the dark tomb, you know? I mean, sure, the pile of bones, again, not the most inviting of decorations, but I'm sure it's more of a misunderstanding than anything. Oh geez, aren't you a frightening visage to come across? And look at that. See, it's not even the bones of like our enemies or anything. It's literally the bones of the people that live here. So maybe we should stop being so judgmental, assuming everyone's murderous and gonna eat us, use our bones as toothpicks, and instead, maybe it's kind of like an elephant graveyard kind of situation. Okay, so let's just sneak around. You know, earlier when I said that who needs the lantern, if you know what is coming here, you could just path your way through. Turns out it'd be a little bit of a challenge. Know exactly where all those traps are. Okay, there's something on the map for this though. Those stairs are scribbled out. So if you look in the room we're in, left side of the big days, the stairs are scribbled. We're getting arrows to both of the pillars. And the thing we're set in front of looks like an indent here that leads to the other area. So I'm guessing that this will open up this sarcophagus of sorts. But regardless, there we go. Activated. Oh gosh, we're about to have a lot of attention. Everyone wants a piece. Come on, there's room to go around. I'm happy to become friends with all of y'all. Okay, you need to get on my level. There we go, perfect. I still am gonna take a quick peek. Are these actually destroyed? They are. That's super cute. I love the little map with the annotations just drawn right on. Let's open this. That should open our little sarcophagus ladderway. Lovely. I mean, so we could just head down. I feel like we're missing a lot of stuff. Like, are we still gonna make it to this other bell tower? You'd think so. I guess there wasn't really any other way to go about it. So maybe the other side of this underground area, wherever we're able to exit, will lead us back there? Something? Regardless, there's only one way to go. Take me away, boys. Ooh, look at all the sweet, sweet treasures. I also probably should have at the last bonfire that we stopped at, taken it as an opportunity to upgrade some of our stats, providing that we had the money. Guess I don't really know for sure. Oh, so I can't get in there yet. I see we have to go oot and a rune. So let's do so now. Excuse me, friend. Notice me, please. Or you. That's cool too. I just don't really want to fight you kids down at the spike traps. That seems less than ideal. Here we go. Grab this real quick. Other broken. Oh, okay. There we go. I get it now. You need 3 broken pieces. And three halves make a whole, right? They're always saying that. You know what? You actually weren't attacking me, so I almost feel kind of bad about that one, but here we are. There is... Oh, all of the chests are the little circles on the map. Hold up. So clever. I really like that mechanic. That means that if we head back around here real quick And up this way, I believe there should be a chest at the end. Hey, would you look at that? Fantastic. So, did we miss any other chests coming in? Doesn't look like it. There are 3 in this room, 1 in the next area that we kind of saw from above. Cool, cool, cool. Take me away. Oh, jeez. Definitely gonna be in need of a good stretch after this. It's a lot less mentally exhausting than something like DCSS, but I feel like a large part of that is also because DCSS streams are usually 5.5 hours long. But the more relevant thing that I was thinking of is just the fact that it is surprisingly tense of a game. Specifically, my lower back has been engaged like this entire time. Yep. I mean, I could have told you that. My bony friend. You never step in front of the lasers. We all know this to be true. So, let's solve this puzzle. Or, I guess I can use iframes to get through myself, so like this. Oh, that's a big skeleton boy. Hold up. I don't know why I'm fighting them when I probably should just do something like this. Fantastic. Yeah. I'm so sorry. My lovely little friends. I'd say grotesques because I don't see any spouts. I guess they have a laser spout. Would that classify them as a gargoyle? Would they gain the ability to join the ranks of gargoyles? Oh, okay. Am I still walking? Okay, I was potentially still walking. Ah, there we go. Apparently just had to keep going a little bit further. And we get a fox coin. Well, you know, I was confused earlier about the effigies, and the coin is what kind of triggered for me. It's like how in the Souls games you can get the like soul of a fallen warrior or whatnot. Wait, what did I just accidentally do there? I feel like I just did a shield bash by accident, but I have no idea how. Took you quite a bit of head scratching, paper scribbling to partially understand the book. Nothing like that, slow to read, but once you get it, it feels so rewarding for sure. Well, and I was actually talking with a mentor of mine today about books versus like just being able to look everything up on the internet, because we both just absolutely adore the fact that you can so easily just look things up on the internet, but every once in a while you find a specific topic that is really well kind of suited to a specific format. And I feel like oftentimes math can hit that spot where it can be very helpful as long as you have a good author that kind of understands how to explain concepts in good ways. It can make it a lot easier to understand. But I'm sure, like, especially, yeah, the book that you linked me is way beyond my level of understanding. So it'll be mostly me going like, huh, that's kind of neat. I don't know what the implications or applications are, but it's really cool stuff. But that's the type of reading that I like to do in my spare time, where it is more just for the sheer joy and fun of learning and getting that little bit of knowledge, rather than the need to desperately understand each and every kind of minor component of it. So fortunately, at least I hope, no one's going to be testing me. Who's to say, though? There we go. I thought this place was going to be a boss, and I was very afraid. Turns out, it's just some weird entrance to the bottom of the obelisk. We'll still have to see. There's the second fox statuette. Definitely have been wanting those. And, okay, what, can I do anything here? Doesn't look like quite yet. Guessing I have to like depower these battery strips or something like that. Whatever energy source is flowing through them. We'll get there eventually. And there we go. Pick up some last little bits and bobs. Another look up at our key. So, okay, we still are going for the bell. We just need to go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. I would like... Oh, West Garden. Oh, garden, you say? You don't say. I've been warned about a certain individual that may or may not be guarding said garden. And I am not statted out for them yet. At least not according to the suggested specifications, as it were. Oh, jeez. Stretch out that lower back. And I don't know. I'd probably say it's fair to say that it's not just because this game is so intense that my back is bothering me. It may or may not have something to do with the fact that I've been sitting in this chair all day long. But hey, how's that different than any other day, right? That's pretty much the norm in this day and age. Give me your secrets. Oh, okay, I thought for sure that was one. Yeah, for math, if it's not an open problem, you can usually look it up on the internet, but you usually gotta do lots of looking up after that to understand it, for sure. Well, that's what's kind of nice about math in general when it comes from a teacher perspective, is lots of times you can just change the numbers, and it takes a lot of kind of creative thinking in order to look up answers to a question like that, because you're not going to find anything in that direct department that has those same numbers, but you got to be a little bit clever in how you use your search terms to find good info. And yeah, that's not going to do you much good in the long run, because it does take that extra step for sure to understand it. And it is always better to have kind of an ingrained understanding for stuff like math and physics. Otherwise, you can kind of fake it till you make it. You can do some of the work, maybe even most of the work, with a good, using Wolfram Alpha to do all your calculus and whatnot. But it will probably kind of hurt in the long run, unfortunately. But here we go. Let's upgrade our defenses, get a couple of sacrifices going. Lovely. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna keep doing that day in, day out. However, just a little bit of extra rest. Again, we take more damage when we're tired, so might as well spend 3 days just passed out in front of a shrine to Mama Fox here. Okay, we have enough defense for the suggested stats for going up against the garden boss. Or at least I believe that's the case. Still don't have enough teeth. So hopefully we'll come across some of those. Oh geez. Hello, friend. So now this is a Dark Souls enemy if I ever saw one. You just have to circle around their ankles, just constantly running in loops around them, and that's how you fight anything and everything that you encounter in a Souls game. It's the one common rule. Everyone's weak at the ankles. It's a bunch of pseudo Achilles here. Not quite the heel, but close enough. Tired all the time? Hold A. Can we sprint? Oh, there might be a sprint. Keep an eye on my bars. So radishes and the potions give health. Oh, the ivy gives extra damage, and those other things give magic points whenever that comes into effect. Don't know what the coins do, really. Extra bombs for some reason. You must like using them. Yeah, don't really use them too often. And special techniques is dodging then attacking, so that's how we did it accidentally before. Cool. Check the map. Yes, no, that's definitely something that I could stand to be a little more consistent with. Holy moly. Oh, I see. This is an extension of our old map. I was like, when did we pick up a full spread? I mean, we mostly just read it for the articles, of course, but it's nice when you have that fold-out spread, you know? You like Wikipedia for that reason? Doesn't work once you go deep enough, because wiki articles scratch the surface, but hyperlinks make looking stuff up much easier, for sure. Yeah, just being able to go down the rabbit hole. I mean, I've done that with so many topics that are outside of my schooling and professional career, where instead, yeah, you just get lost in the hyperlinks. Because, yeah, you read something, it sounds super interesting, but you don't really get how it works. But, oh, it's linking to something, so let's just go there, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. Kind of like Worm in GCSS. Yeah, exactly. That's from earlier, right? Good stuff, good stuff. This is where I came from, is it? Wait, I have a map. Why? I shouldn't get turned around here. I believe this is where we came from. That's the shrine that we've already visited. Yes, I believe so. We've only fought the... What are they called? The champignon? Or champignon is probably what it is. That makes a lot of sense. Champignon. No, champignon. Ooh. Get access to water again, which I hate. Can I sprint in water? No. Aki does absolutely nothing. Does this game have fast travel? I don't believe so. The way it makes up for that, though, is by having a lot of shortcuts. So you're constantly kind of letting ladders slide down, throwing ropes over ledges so that you can then kind of take shortcuts to and from places that you've been before. And it definitely does a good job on that side of thing. Like, I haven't felt too tedious. The main issue I have is that I just get lost, and that's more on me than on the game itself. So no bespoke fast travel, but a pseudo implementation. Again, that side of it is very much like the Dark Souls. I guess new Dark Souls have fast travel, and depending on where you are in the game, you have fast travel in Dark Souls. Don't get me wrong, but I have a map. How do we manage to get lost? It's a true art form. There's a beauty to it, beauty in the simplicity of how I managed to get lost even with a map. No, to be fair, it was largely before we got handed the maps. Now, at the very least, I'm getting better at remembering that I have this, and that it actually shows where I am, too. And then it just becomes a matter of looking at the map, come back out here and tilting my head just like this, and then I can see it all laid out before me. In perfect detail. Now, I was debating blaming it all on the lack of map, but at the end of the day, I feel like there will still come a time or two here where I find myself getting a bit confused as to where the heck I should be going at the very least. But here's actually probably a good example. For the most part, these drawbridges have been shortcuts back to a previous zone that we've already discovered. We'll see if that trend continues. This looks like it might just be the way to go. No, see, yeah, so here, that used to be blocked off, but it brings us back to our little shrine here. I mean, we haven't really fought anything, so I find that kind of interesting. Oh gosh, what did I do? I opened the map while I was scrolling. Fortress of the Eastern Vault looks scurry. Bringing me back. There we go. So was there another way here? No. Okay, what am I missing? I mean, okay, we see there's the little black spot with the blue eyes above the area here. So let's take a quick peek. Oh, whoops. Or, you know, rest at the shrine that we have no need for. That's cool too. Is that just to say entrance to well, maybe? Or, nah, it is secret. Okay, cool. Oh, and it's cool. Okay, it's shop with our favorite scally pal here. Hello, friend. Do you like to suggest just choosing where to go and then appearing there unless you meet enemies or run low on the Zoc? Definitely, yeah, as a lifesaver in that game for traversing some of the more mundane parts of the dungeon. I mean, but even that hasn't been around DCSS forever. Back in the day, it used to be a real pain in the butt because monsters would randomly spawn every which way. And so there was never a guaranteed kind of safe path through. Thank you, my scaly friend. I'm just gonna buy the one for now because everything else is way too expensive for my blood. I'm a very poor fox, you see. Still making my way up in the world. Making my way downtown. So, okay, where do we want to go next? Was there a way for me to get up to the higher floor? I think there might have been, actually, if we take a peek. Back across our little shortcut here. I need to remember that there's the sprint. So for things like this, traversing the wild, but I think it was all the way down here. And then this way. Hey, okay. What the heck is even that? Could you still travel automatically until an enemy appeared? You could, it was just, yeah, that enemies were constantly appearing. It's more so the issue. But no, it definitely has had the functionality for a long time. At least, oh, actually, that's, I think so. When was Control G brought into DCSS? That's actually an interesting question, because it might not be as old as I'm thinking. It's either one of those mechanics that's been in from the start, or it came in when they were doing a bunch of... There's a huge shift at one point to make things just way more... Not necessarily user-friendly, but just... what's the quality of life improvements? That's the thing. It's like Zot Run, but for the entire run. And not quite as scary in terms of the types of enemies that show up, but... Yeah, just random things. It was, so between that and the fact that you, enemies could always pick up any weapons back then. Didn't matter if you'd seen them or not. It was just always available for enemies to pick them up. It meant that no place was safe. Because if you left any cool weapons behind, something was going to spawn and pick it up and murder you with it. So that was back in those days where people had to make bespoke little stash areas just to hide all their goods away. Okie dokie. Oh, Jesus. Never ends. Took way more damage against those chomping noms. We're getting there, than I would like. But... where can we head here? Is there... secret? There might actually be secret? Oh, heck yeah, bud. Perfect. Still not too sure what the chili pepper does, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. I should almost keep exploring here. Or maybe it's the kind of light area. People throw strong items they wouldn't use in lava back then. The main thing was to go to lair and create a little stash. You were in lair 2. Things would still spawn, but nothing had hands, so they wouldn't pick up your stuff. So that was the secret, the keys to the kingdom, as it were. Oh my gosh. I missed a piece of treasure. Need to go back. Yeah, so it was more about just going to lair 2 and making yourself a little stash. Hey, come here and fight me, you coward. There we go. I mean, probably shouldn't have came here and fight me, you dum-dum. They do always say that it's a fine line between brave... I was about to say braveness, but that's not the word. Bravery and stupidity. And I think our little frost laser friend there was a very good case in point. Friends, there we go. Oh, that's a big boy up there. Let's just take our... Oh my gosh, wait a second. We reflect? I didn't know this was a kite shield of reflecting. That is lovely. Oh gosh, where'd you go? Jeez. Oh, these are annoying enemies, just a wee bit, but that's fine. That sounds spoiler mechanic. It doesn't say in game that lair only spawns handless enemies. No, just something that you kind of had to know. And if you didn't know, well, that's too bad. So no, it's definitely the type of thing that they've come away from since. Made things a little bit more readily apparent from an outside perspective, which is nice. Makes it a lot easier for people to get into the game, which I'm always a big fan of because I love having new people. Okay, let's rest up. Oh, we'll have to fight those couple of baddies again, but that's fine. Should also keep an eye on the time here in general. And where the heck did I want to go? Oh, there's a magic dagger over there? You don't say. I want to go this way then. I've made up my mind. This seems like a bad place to fight Chompanoms because it gets rid of my only big advantage against them, which is that they should learn to turn. Again, like most Dark Souls bosses, to be fair. Oopsie daisies, let's try that again. There we go. 3 treasures. I guess free is maybe a bit of a stretch. We did have to murder the natural wildlife to get it. So, magic dagger, hey? What is it that you do here? I would like this, I guess, on B for now. Oopsie daisies. Wait, 3 charges? That's cool. Cool. It's a bit sad that you still can't check what weapon brands that you have not found do in game. Yeah, there's still a couple of little things, but a lot better than it used to be. Every once in a while I run into one that I have no idea exactly how it works, the minutia of it all. But it's usually not too critical, or I'm sure it will find its way into the main branch at some point in the future. Okay, can I... Yeah, that is pretty cool. So I'm guessing at some point we'll get the Estus equivalent to those. Who's to say, but would be nice. Or mana equivalent to Estus. Just realized that a large part of that sentiment was just in my head and not explicitly clear. But a potion, but for our mana, and then we can gain recharges for our new Frostbolt. Oh, and there's another tooth. We've definitely been in need of that. Is this monster? No, there's a nice little shortcut. Let's throw the rope down. Beauty. Where does that rope even lead? Oh, that's quite nice, actually. I'm gonna just take this now, I believe. Let's go replenish our storage, shall we? Would feel pretty terrible for a new player to come across distortion or chaos wielding enemy and find themselves in the abyss. Definitely is rough, but that thing happens all the time. I mean, in general, even with looking at everything that comes in front of you, you'll probably see banishment if you're not looking up things or going to the wiki to get to the bottom of every mechanic. Have no idea what that does, and then suddenly, aren't you in for a treat?